Telling yourself you're not ready yet to get out there and battle is the biggest BS you could ever tell yourself. What's up guys, this is your boy Coach Sambo, and if you're just starting out with breaking, or you're thinking about going to battle, or you're not very experienced with battling yet,
then search no more.
Because in this video I'm going to share tons of awesome tips that you should know in this B-boy and B-girl game. So welcome to beautiful Nanjing, China, where I spend most of my days coaching and training the Chinese breaking Olympic team. Also, I've been breaking myself for over 25 years, traveling and competing over the whole world. And I'm also the founder and coach of the Battle Droids Factory and Battle Droids Crew, which is one of the biggest breaking schools in the world. And throughout my journey as a coach, I've guided hundreds of students from their first six-step to their first battle and then their first victories, and then watch them grow and win world titles, such as the Battle of the Year Kids, for example. And during that time as a coach, well, you pick up a thing or two that I neatly store in this brain and pass on to you through that computer using my YouTube channel. So welcome. So what are some awesome beginner battle tips for you guys? Let me check my list. So first tip right here is go out there and battle as much as you can. In opposite to not battling and waiting for that perfect moment when you're ready to get out there and battle. No, that's not the right way to do it. See, battling by itself is something you have to learn. The best way to learn it is just by getting out there, putting yourself on that floor and battling people that are more experienced than you. I mean, your evolution will speed up like 10 times, just like playing a video game. The more you play the actual game, the faster you learn it, the faster you can move on to the next level. There is no perfect moment, or there is no goal you have to achieve before you can start battling first, especially if you never battled before. Now, there are a few tips I want to share with you guys that are linked to this topic. First of all, it's the fear of distance or time. What I mean by that is there might be a battle, but that battle is like an hour and a half drive for you, maybe 2 hours, or maybe even 3 hours. And for a lot of people, that's a really good excuse not to go to that battle, adding the idea that they're not ready to win yet. But that's something you have to change right here. You have to adapt your mindset. You have to normalize the idea that traveling long distances to reach your goals is just the way it happens. Like, look at me. I live in Europe and I'm out here in China, literally halfway across the globe to realize mine. Also, something else linked to the topic is people feeling that they don't have enough level yet, so they don't want to look like a complete idiot while competing at this battle. So let me tell you that I've been attending battles for over 25 years. And during these 25 years, I get to see a lot of high-level B-boys and B-girls and also a lot of lesser-level B-boys and B-girls. And let me tell you this, until this day, none of the beginner B-boys and B-girls have been registered in my mind as, whoa, they made a total ass of themselves. Whatever level you might have, people don't care. The only things that people remember at the end of the day, or even like a week later, are the really, really dope moments or the really dope rounds. Even those get forgotten really quickly these days. So not competing in battle because you're afraid that people might not think you're dope yet is the equivalent of being scared of a dog with no teeth. Another very good tip I could share with you guys is asking you the question if you actually battle with what you practice. Because a lot of beginners practice, let's say A, and then when they go to battle, all of a sudden they do B. There's absolutely no link whatsoever with what they practice and what they execute in battle. So obviously you do want to think a little bit about what you're going to execute in battle. Because when I was a beginner, I used to think, hey, when I battle, I'm gonna bring out those super secret dope weapons, basically just feeding off my ego and ultimately not even displaying 5% of my actual capability. So invest your training time wisely and actually exercise and prepare what you want to execute in battle. Moving on with the next tip is don't start to prepare for a battle 1 week before the battle.
Yo man, I got a battle coming up this weekend, man. I should use my practice to prepare for this.
Now let me tell you that that's a big L right there. Not because you're not gonna win the battle, but more specifically because you're actually not going to display your full capability. Also, when you practice, it's a really good idea to simulate the circumstances that are needed in a real battle. For example, using the space, keeping eye contact, looking up, executing those poses and those stances at the end of your round. You wanna make a habit of doing this at practice, so once you go out there and battle, you're just on autopilot and it just automatically comes out. I see a lot of people skip these elements and then once they go to battle, they forget to execute these kind of things, or they're losing energy reminding themselves that they have to do it. L, 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 L.
Big L, rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Also, when you're practicing for battle, don't forget to go full out. There might be some combos or some elements of whatever you want to do in your round that you might skip or leave out during practice. And in the back of your mind, you're like, hey, I got these moves on lock. If I really want to do them, I'll do them. But most of the time at practice, you're skipping them. Basically, you're not going full out. And if you're not training full out, I guarantee you things won't go the way you planned once you get out there and battle. Next awesome tip I'm sharing with you guys is when you battle, try and fight the rush. I know, when you get on that floor, the adrenaline hits you, it's just like one big sprint to finish off that round. But executing a round in battle is more like a marathon than a sprint. Because when taking your time and showing each individual move and combo and connection and transition clearly is just stacking up points one by one by one by one by one. That ultimately gives your round value. Rushing yourself and executing a 15-second round with no clear moves, signatures, or transitions, adding the fact that we can very clearly see that you're rushing your round and that basically you cannot control your emotion are signs that you're just not ready to win yet. But at least you're out there and battling, which is a good thing. But you get what I'm saying, right? Take your time to display everything, from the top rock to the go down to the power moves, footwork, freezes, and your endings, even the way you get up and stand your ground and display that style and that character. Marathon, not a sprint. Next tip is while you take your time and control your emotions, try and shift your focus and awareness and energy to the music. Listen to the music, guys. Listen to the mood, the vibe, the feel. Look for the little details that you can use to translate into movement, basically amplifying your moves and giving your round a higher value.
Yeah, we're going deep right now, boys.
A lot of people during battle are just so distracted by everything. A lot of people watch their video after the battle and they're like, oh man, that was actually a dope song. Sound familiar? Well, there you go. By the way, I have an awesome video on musicality that you can find on my YouTube channel. Like, seriously, guys, watch this video. You're gonna love it. Next tip for battle is learn how to prepare and organize your moves and arsenal. If you're gonna climb the ladder of this B-Boy and B-Girl competition, you need to make sure you have enough moves and enough combos to utilize throughout the full competition. I mean, when we're working on these Olympic qualifiers, our B-Boys and B-Girls need at least 16 different rounds to make it to the finals. That's a lot of stuff. How are you gonna organize 16 different rounds that should be packed with information if you're not organizing your arsenal? So get a notebook or something. Start writing things down and filming them and keeping track of every single move, combo, transition, idea, everything. That's how we do it. And if you need help and guidance on how to organize your stuff, then you could check out my Prep for Battle Masterclass, where I share everything you need to know on how to prepare for battle correctly. You can find all the details for this masterclass in the description down below, and hopefully 5 years time, you'll be the next BC1 champ. Because at the end of the day, when you think about it, it's just all about that B-Boy shit. Peace.